Good morning. So on the 31st, we had the ringing in, of course, the ringing in the new year, and so we hit our poncho bell, the big bell outside. We strike that bell 108 times, and we have a fire that we made a fire, and we actually write uh, atonement. It's something that um, you want to let go of the old year. And so we write that on the paper, and we crumple it up in our hand, and then we put it in the fire, and then the fire ignites. It ignites what we want to let go, and it burns it. It cleans it out, completely cleans it out. So the importance of a ceremony is very important, and the importance of form, the importance of place, and the importance of responding to the environment that you're in. So it's not just a striking of the bell, or it's not just celebrating the new year, but it's actually atoning for, or it's actually I was reading about it. It's actually atonement, or Maizumi-roshi calls it at one-ment. So you could say it's a form of repentance. So repentance has a kind of a heavy connotation, but repentance is a feeling remorse or sadness of all the karma that we have created, and all the deeds. You would say, well, you could say good deeds and bad deeds, but all the misdeeds that we have done in our life. So, yeah. So our practice in that way is very deep. You know, it's very deep. It's not, I guess, I don't want to scare everyone away, but it's not just sitting for yourself to benefit yourself, but it's actually a purifying of one's body and mind. It's a burning out and a cleaning of. So the dragon has that power. The dragon is has the capability to go deep down into the ocean. At the top, there's many waves at the top, but the dragon goes deep down, and she or he grabs a jewel and brings it up in the dragon's mouth. So in a formal Soto Zen, formal practice. We have a Ji Sange, which is a fusatsu, or it's a ceremony in which we do repentance, and that's a concrete ceremony, is something concrete that people can see and that you participate in. So this goes back thousands of years of all the things that we all our misdeeds, and we let go of them. So this our New Year's was even before that. It started. We do a Rohatsu Sesshin, which is Buddha's enlightenment, and we actually sit through the night, and then we recite the verse of the atonement verse. All the evil karma committed by me since of old, because of my beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and thought, now I atone for it all. All the evil karma committed by me since of old, because of my beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and thought, now I atone for it all. All the evil karma committed by me since of old, because of my beginningless greed, anger, and ignorance, born of my body, mouth, and thought, now I atone for it all. So there's a Ji Sangye, which is the ceremony of taking repentance, and we have that once a month. And there's actually Fusatsu, or it's the full moon ceremony, Bodhisattva ceremony. Ri Sangye, so Ji and Ri. Ji it's the phenomenal world or the relative world. So on our bancho bill outside, we have Sonoma-san is written on the bell. Sonoma-san means ancestors capable of grinding and polishing on the bell. And Genjoji is then the Ri, which is the absolute, which is space and time, or the emptiness, or the vertical axis of this temple. So Genjoji means manifesting this present moment. So when we strike this bell, or when we actually strike where we're sitting, our zazen practice, then that's actually the form of this formless practice of zazen. So that's what we're doing. We're doing here is actually we are letting go of all our greed, anger, and ignorance. So this entering into a new year, is entering into the depth actually of yourself, of actually who you are, the true person of who you are. That's actually Zazen, is the true person who you are. But it's not what you think you are, but it's the activity of Zazen is who you are, and actually who you aren't. If you say who you are, then there's a who you're not. Um, so in this this the Shobogenzo, the Dogen's writing, there's this a work that a Dogen writes about, and it's the Zazen Shin. So a long time ago, there was a Zen master. His name was Koze, and after he received transmission from his teacher, um, he kept on sitting zazen, and he was sitting zazen. He would sit zazen day and night, and then his teacher came up to Koze, and he said, "Koze, what are you aiming at? What are you aiming at sitting in zazen?" And Koze said to Nangaku, "I'm aiming to become a Buddha." And Nangaku, right after Koze said that, Nangaku then quickly picked up a tile and he started to polish it on the stone. He was polishing, really hard polishing it, completely polishing. Nangaku then Koze asked them, what are you doing? And Nangaku said, polishing this tile to make a mirror. And Koze said, how can you polish a tile to make a mirror? And Nangaku then said to him, how can sitting in zazen make you into a Buddha? Um, and the part goes on that there's a story in here about the true dragon, or what the true dragon is. And there's an old man, Seiko, who actually loved to make dragons. He painted dragons and built his house looking like a dragon. He made paper dragons, dragon statues all around his property. And thousands of miles away, this dragon, she heard of this guy making dragons. So she was really excited to meet this person, and so she flew thousands of miles across the universe to meet this person. So while he was making dragons in his house, then the dragon appeared and poked her head into the window. And the old monk then looked at the dragon and just was so scared that the old man ran away from the dragon, and the dragon was very sad. Was very sad. But in this writing, it says, more than we love a carved dragon, we should love the real dragon. We should learn that the carved dragon and the real dragon both possess the potential to produce clouds and rain. Do not hold the remote in high regard, and do not hold the remote or far away in low regard. Be accustomed to it as the remote. Do not hold the close in high regard, and do not hold the close in low regard. Be accustomed to it as the close. Do not think light of the eyes, and do not attach importance to the ears. Do not attach importance to the ears, and do not think light of the ears. Make the ears and eyes sharp and clear. So the story of the carved dragon is actually, that's what we most of the time, that's what we do on a sitting zazen, is actually we put our own dragon onto actually our zazen. And so this is a carved dragon is the real dragon, but it's not. So we always put something, our experience, on top of zazen itself. Our experience, or the form, or our thoughts, or our ideas or wishes, we put actually on top of the zazen, and we never actually experience then the depth of just the sitting itself until we actually drop that off. So when we sit zazen, then it's really important to just aim at your posture, and then not actually not do anything. So we're not striving to do anything or to be anything. We're not trying to learn about Buddhism. We're not trying to become another person. We're not trying to become enlightened. We're not trying to even aim at anything. So actually we're actually doing nothing. And this carving, if you continue to carve the dragon, then you will never see the true dragon. But at the same time, the carving itself also becomes the true dragon. But you have to let go of the carving itself and also let go of the true dragon. the carving, and then the true dragon. You actually have to let go of everything. So at the end of our 1 day sitting that we had last weekend, is the best thing that you could do at the end of your sitting is actually let it go. Don't even think of that experience, and you let it go, and you come to the next moment. Um, yeah, if the old man was very true to that moment when the dragon peered her head into the room, maybe the old man should have faced the dragon, so that the dragon can be the obstacles or all the hindrances that come up actually when in your life or when you're sitting. And then you have to let go of all those obstacles and let everything go, and then let actually the zazen do the zazen. So it's not meditation, or it's not your own effort, but it's the effort of actually the zazen itself. So when you are doing zazen, actually you're not doing it. You're not the one that does zazen. Zazen does zazen itself. And when you do zazen and when you're not doing zazen, that's when you become your true self. When you become your true self, then that's when the zazen, you're doing nothing, and actually you're doing the whole universe. So it's actually completely doing nothing. So it's a non-doing of this self-centered, or the greed, anger, and ignorance. So it's actually it's taking repentance and saying sorry for all these misdeeds that you have done by taking this posture and aiming at just sitting upright. There's a term called the original term of the Buddha was called Nyokan Nyorai. And Nyo means to come, to arise or come up, or come, and Nyokan Nyorai then is the Tathagata of coming, and also thus going. So in our zazen, when we sit, we have thoughts that come, and then we have thoughts that come, and we let go of actually these thoughts, and then they're gone. Okay, so that's this coming and going is this, and the zazen. The zazen is the Buddha. It's the awakened mind, or the Buddha, appearing and going. And at the same time, it is you that's doing it, and you also not doing it. And many people think that to become a Buddha or to become enlightened is something mystical, or it's something that is outside from us. But even those fabrications, anything that we think of, we actually let go when we sit. And then that's actually that's true zazen, the true sitting. Um, see. In general, in the Western heavens and the Eastern lands, that the Buddha Dharma has been transmitted has always meant that sitting Buddha has been transmitted. That is because sitting Buddha is the pivotal essence. When the Buddha Dharma has not been transmitted, sitting Zazen has not been transmitted. What has been transmitted and received from rightful successor to rightful successor is only this principle of Zazen. Those who have not received the one-to-one transmission of this principle are not Buddhist patriarchs. Without illuminating this one Dharma, we do not illuminate the myriad Dharmas and do not illuminate the myriad deeds. Those who have not illuminated each Dharma, Dharma by Dharma, cannot be called clear-eyed, and they are not the attainment of the truth. How could they be Buddhist patriarchs of the eternal past and present? Therefore, we should absolutely certain that the Buddhist patriarchs have in every case received the one-to-one transmission of Zazen. The Buddha's brightness means accepting, retaining, and hearing a single phrase, maintaining, relying on, and upholding a single Dharma, and receiving the one-to-one transmission of Zazen. Thank you.